Hello, Bravs. We're back with Glenda by Janice May Udry. As I've stated before, I am trying to preserve my book, so I'm not going to read out of it. I will read the digital version, which is also illustrated. Glenda's Flowers, Chapter 3. Glenda's teacher, Miss Willow, didn't say anything about her beautiful dress, so the next day Glenda brought her a glorious bouquet of flowers. She'll have to notice this, said Glenda smugly, as she swooped down the hill towards school. My bouquet will make that other bouquet on the teacher's desk look like weeds. Oh, Glenda, those beautiful flowers, gasped the girls when they saw her on the playground. Miss Willow will love those, said Karen, her gentle blue eyes filled with admiration. The flowers on Mrs. Willow's desk from the day before were from Karen. They were the last 3 small zinnias from Karen's summer flower bed. Compared with Glenda's picture book bouquet, they did indeed look like weeds. Why, thank you, Glenda, said Miss Willow when Glenda gave her the flowers. I don't know what to say. I'll take these to my mother tonight. She is not very well, and I am sure they will give her a lot of pleasure. Glenda went to her desk, feeling very satisfied, she thought. No other people ever gave flowers that beautiful. All morning the flowers on Miss Willow's desk almost seemed to fill the room. They glowed and sparkled so much that the children and even Miss Willow could scarcely take their eyes off them. After lunch, Miss Willow began passing out large sheets of the best art paper. She asked one of the boys, Tom, to pass out the paints. I hadn't intended to have a painting lesson today, she said, but I decided we shouldn't pass up this chance to paint Glenda's lovely flowers. Wait till they see my picture, thought Glenda, digging vigorously into a paint pot. But she soon found that painting was not so easy. Oh my goodness. Miss Willow kind of looks like a Charlie Brown character, let's be honest. If only I dared use magic, thought Glenda, I'd make a picture they would never forget. But she knew she couldn't cast a spell in the classroom, or she'd give herself away as a witch. When they were finished and Miss Willow had hung all the pictures up to dry, it was easy to see who had painted the best one. It was certainly not Glenda. In fact, Glenda's was easily the poorest painting in the room. Alice, you've done a beautiful painting, said Miss Willow. Glenda turned around and glared at Alice. I'd like to change her into a pig, she thought angrily. But since Glenda wanted everyone to believe she was a typical schoolgirl, she couldn't allow herself to change anybody into anything. It was very frustrating. Glenda, will you collect the paintbrushes for us, please? Everyone clean up now, said Miss Willow. Glenda began going up and down the aisles, grabbing the brushes off the desks. When she came to Alice, she seemed to trip. Falling sideways, she knocked the jars of paint off the desk so that Alice's dress was spattered and splotched with paint. Oh dear, said Glenda, but she was grinning. All the children turned around and gasped. What a mess. Quick, Glenda, go get the paper towels, said Miss Willow. Children, back in your seats. We simply must be very careful when we use the paints. Glenda skipped down the hall for paper towels. Poor Alice stood dripping, dabbing at her ruined dress with a handkerchief. Put up in front of the room, her lovely picture was an unspoiled delight.